From Betty Rather Arena, this is Silver Eagle basketball. Monona Community Media brings you Silver Eagle boys basketball tonight. The boys take on the Stoughton Vikings. I'm Steve Martinelli, and this is going to be a tough one for the Silver Eagles tonight. They're taking on the Vikings, a team that's 9-2 on the season, 5-1 in the conference. They trail only undefeated conference leader Monroe. Oh, that's too much. Silver Eagles, on the other hand, are in third place in conference, a 4-2 record in conference, 4-6 overall. They can put up a good battle, but they're facing a really good team here. Stoughton's got size, they've got shooters, they've got depth. They're going to be a handful for the Silver Eagles tonight. Monona Grove comes into the game with three guards leading them in scoring: Lance Nelson, Trey Loken, and Jacob Munns. Those three are averaging about 32 points a game. Turn me down just a little bit, please. Lance Nelson, the leading scorer on the team, averaging just under 16 points a game. He's a 79% free throw shooter, hitting 30% of his threes. Loken coming in, shooting 44 from the field, 71 from the line. Munns, best known as a three-point specialist, he's hitting 35% to lead the team from the three-point arc. Monona's averaging just about 3 points a game better than their opponents. Stoughton comes in, however, averaging almost 10 points a game better than their opponents. And they're led in scoring by Mr. Everything at Stoughton High School, Adam Hobson. You may remember Hobson from the football season. He was the all-conference quarterback and kicker for the Vikings, one of the best athletes we've seen in some time. He leads them in scoring with 16 points a game. He's a 6'4 senior. When we talk about size for a second, they've got Hobson, a 6'4 senior at one wing. One of their guards, Cale McGee, is averaging 13.5 points a game. He's a 6'2 junior. And then they've got a couple twin towers, both 6'6 sophomores. Barrett Nelson averaging just about 7 points a game. Reese Brohl averaging almost 9 a game. And then they're backed up by Nathan Hutcherson, a 5'10 senior, and Luke Furdenholtz, a 6'1 sophomore. They've got a big lineup that they can put in their game against the Silver Eagles. Monona, on the other hand, a little undersized in comparison, but they got those three guards. Those are their best shooters. They've also got Connor Bracken, who's really standing out this year, a 6'5 junior. Connor's averaging almost where is it? Before I say the wrong thing, almost 12 rebounds a game. And let's see, about 7 points a game. He's really stepping up his game lately. We'll see how they do against the Vikings as Stoughton comes out ready to play, led by their captain and Mr. Everything, like I mentioned, Adam Hobson. Watch Hobson and McGee. Those are their two leading scorers. They get almost 30 a game out of those two. That'll be the key, avoiding letting them get the ball in their hands or take any decent shots, and we'll see how they do it. Monona, in addition to the players that I've mentioned so far, have gotten some pretty good play this year out of Lucas Tipton, Jordan Hibner, Will Schreiner, Kevin Nett have played well. They're going to have to play some good defense tonight as the Vikings come in averaging almost 60 points a game. We're just a few minutes away from player introductions. Last year, Monona Grove, of course, was conference champs, 16-7 overall, 11-3 in conference. Stoughton finished third in conference, 10-4 in conference, 13-11 overall. This has been a tough conference. The same four teams are leading the conference as did last year. So it's going to go right down to the wire. Like I mentioned, Monroe is undefeated in conference, but they've only played the 5 games. They've still got a lot of basketball to be played yet. Let's see what other games we've got going on. We don't go back on the air until the 28th when the girls are here against the Stoughton Vikings, and then the boys are here on the 31st. Is that the boys' game? Yes, the boys' game on the 31st versus Monroe. We'll talk about who the teams play on the road in the meantime. Forgive me, I'm off a little bit. One of the referees has a mullet, and I just can't quit staring at it. I haven't seen one in quite some time. All right. We have player introductions, the national anthem. Team's got a lot of incentive to win this one tonight. We'll talk about that in a bit. All right, we're just about ready for the national anthem, so please stand and join us. Stand, sit, kneel. You know the drill. Do what your conscience directs you to do. I will stand. No pep band tonight, so.
Tonight's a major conference matchup between
Stoughton in their purple uniforms, the Silver Eagles in their home whites.
We would like to remind you to promote positive sportsmanship throughout the conference. Any negative comments toward the officials, players, and coaches will not be tolerated. We wish both teams the best of luck in tonight's game. Let's give a warm Silver Eagle welcome to Stoughton head coach Nolan Weber and his Vikings from Stoughton.
Vikings coached by Nolan Weber in his 4th year. I remember when Weber was a player here.
And now, ladies and gentlemen,
A player for Stoughton, anyways. For now, the national anthem.
for the playing of tonight's national anthem.
All right, Monona Grove versus Stoughton. This is an old rivalry. These two teams enjoy hooking up because they're so close that it's been a natural rivalry. This battle goes back many, many years. All right, first the starting lineups for the Stoughton Vikings. Number 0, a 5'10 senior, Nathan Hutcherson at guard. Number 2, 6'2 junior guard, Cale McGee. Barrett Nelson, number 24, 6'6 sophomore. 6'6 junior, Reese Sproul. And number 5, 6'4 senior, Adam Hobson. And now your Silver Eagle starters. 6'1 junior, number 3, Lance Nelson. 6'2 sophomore, number 4, Jordan Hibner. 6'1 senior, number 2, Trey Loken. 6'1 senior guard, number 12, Jacob Munns. And rounding out the Silver Eagles starting 5, number 21, 6'5 junior, Connor Bracken. Bracken really having a fine season, scoring 7 a game like I mentioned, and rebounding 12 a game. Now what sort of motivation do the Silver Eagles have that's additional tonight? Coach Dan Zwiefel sitting at 299 career wins. We're going to downplay that because we don't want to jinx him, but this could be a really big night should the Silver Eagles win, because it would move them into second place in the conference, I believe, and also be a big night for Coach Z. The all-time leader for boys basketball coaching at Monona Grove is, of course, Frank Levac. Coach Levac with over 400 career victories, I believe. All right, Bracken will jump center against number 2, Cale McGee. Bracken punches the ball over Loken. He'll hand off to Nelson. The Silver Eagles on offense going from left to our right. This is Munns between the circles. Up top to Nelson. Kick it off right side. Hibner almost lost it but recovered. Munns will drive the lane, stop. Nelson for 3 from the top. So Lance gets us started, 3-0 MG. This is Cale McGee to Hobson. Hobson will bring it across. So Eagles drop back into their 2-3 zone, I believe. Nope, they're in a man-to-man. Nelson guarding Hutcherson, is that? Nope. Yes, that was Hutcherson. Oh, Barrett inside. Barrett Nelson missing. Rebound to MG. Loken clears the ball. He'll bring it across. No, that's Nelson. This is Munns. They swing it to Hibner into the corner to Nelson again. High left side. Now they go down low. Loken will dribble out to the top of the key. Try to go in the lane. Dump it off to Munns on the right corner. He'll drive the baseline. Jacob Munns for two. And he gets called for the charge. Munns made a nice move. I didn't see the foul on his part, but what do I know? All right, Hutcherson takes the inbound pass. Token pressure against the Silver Eagles. They extend their zone a little bit here. Hutcherson brings it across. Low right side. This is Sproul. Double team. Gets around the defender into the lane. Blocked by Bracken. Nelson on the fast break. He'll pull back now. No, that was, well, Loken. Loken gets the ball back from Nelson. Now he'll drive the lane. Hibner from the corner. Three for Jordan Hibner. So the Silver Eagles off to a 6-0 start, 2 minutes into the game. This is Hutcherson over McGee into the corner. Is Barrett Nelson. Trying to go baseline, no. Back to Hutcherson up top. They're swinging around. Spin move by McGee in the lane, no. Tipped, rebound MG. This is Loken. He'll come in, lays up the shot. Two for Trey Loken, an 8-0 MG lead. And we are 2.5 minutes into this game. Great start for the Silver Eagles. Now Hutcherson walking it up. Gets it across to McGee. Take it in the lane. Lays it up and in for the first points for the Vikings. Couldn't keep him scoreless all night, I suppose. McGee's pretty quick. Plus he's a 6'2 guard. That's going to be hard to cover. Nelson trying to drive. Kick it off to Loken. Hibner. Munns in the left corner. Up top to Nelson. He'll take a three. Just off. Rebound McGee. McGee up top to Hobson. Hobson hasn't had many touches yet. They look inside for Sproul. Sproul called for the charge. He bounced off Loken, or Loken bounced off him. So the foul's even at one apiece. 8-2 Silver Eagles up, 14:48 to play and counting in the first half. Lance Nelson walking across for MG. Loken right side. Up top to Hibner. Back to Loken. Oh, take the three. Swirls in and out. Can't be much closer than that. I thought that one was down. Now you got a foul underneath as Bracken and Barrett Nelson get mixed up. And that's going against Bracken. First foul on Bracken. Now subs in for the Vikings. That's number 15, Luke Fernholz, and number 4, Connor Knopf. Knopf, a 5'10 junior. Fernholz, a 6'1 sophomore, averaging almost 6 points a game. Munns will take a seat as well. And check and see. Tipton came in for MG, I believe. Hobson in the lanes, lays it up and in. Loken will hand off to Hibner. Back to Loken, back to Hibner. Three ball off the back of the rim. Gets his own rebound, though. Goes down low to Bracken. Kick it out to Loken. Right corner, this is Hibner. Up top to Nelson. Nelson looking for an edge there. He'll instead throw it to his left to Loken. Trey needs some help. Gets it to Tipton. Up top to Trey. Loken looking for somebody. There's Nelson, high right side. He'll drive into the lane, kick it over. Tipton had, or Loken almost had the three. Hibner on the left side, or right side now. Trying to find some running room. Passes off to Nelson. Nelson driving the right side and draws the foul. Second foul against the Vikings. And Knopf, his first. Eight to 4, MG leading, 13:30 to play, and loose ball picked up by the Vikings. Oh, and he stepped out of bounds. Hobson picked that one up after it got swatted away and stepped right on the line, right in front of the referee and me. So it'll be MG ball. The turnover becomes a turnover, returning the ball to him. Hibner will inbound for the Silver Eagles. Hibner, just a sophomore, having a decent year. He's third in the team in scoring. No, he's not. He's lower than that. Yeah, sixth in the team in scoring. Still, he's having a good year. Here's the steal. Knopf, no, that's 15. Fernholz missing it. Rebound MG. Nelson on the run. He'll try to drive. Stop and pop. Can't get it. Knocked out of bounds. MG ball. Two Vikings there. Nelson and I think that was Fernholz, and they're battling each other for the loose ball. Knocked it out of bounds. Subs for the Eagles. Owen Croak into the game. Let's see, 23, Will Schreiner in as well. They're looking to get it in. Better hurry up, and that's 5. Turns it over to the Vikings. 13:04 to play, 8 to 4. The Silver Eagles up. They jumped out to a quick 8-0 lead. Now the Vikings answered with a couple of field goals. This is McGee to Hobson. Hobson to Fernholz to Knopf. Top of the key, looking inside for Hobson. Little right hand shot for 2. Eight, 6. Nelson to Bracken. High right side. Up on top to Croak. Croak's got a lot of minutes played recently. Munn's looking for a place to drive. Or no, that was Nelson. Loken looking down low, and he's called for the travel. Munz turns it over. And it's Viking ball. 12:21 to play in the first half, and 8 to 5. 8 to 6, MG lead. Hobson to Knopf, right corner, left corner, missed. Rebound picked up by the Silver Eagles. Nelson on the run, left side layup, good for 2. Oh, and he's called for the charge. Come on! How could he be called for charge? The defense wasn't set. First foul on Nelson. Third team foul. Should have been a basket +1. Bad call, Mr. Mullet. Hutcherson in the game, gets the inbound pass, working against Munz. Get off to Hobson, back to Hutcherson. Hobson, Hutcherson, Hobson. Hobson high right side. Picked up by Nelson. That's a good matchup. Lance can play bigger than he is. Hutcherson, top of the key, takes the 3. Boom, knocks it down, and it's a Viking lead. Hutcherson's first shot of the game gives them a 9-8 lead. Vikings on a 9-0 run now. They bring it up top to Nelson. This is Munz, high right side, tries to back it in against Hutcherson. Almost lost the ball. Finds Croak trying to cut towards the basket, but he turned around, partially blocked, but he draws the foul. And will get 2 shots. Now they calling on Barrett Nelson, his first. That'll send Croak to the line. I've got Croak as a 67% free throw shooter. And he gets a friendly roll there off the rim and gets his first point of the game. Now we've got Jordan Hibner coming back in, and Munz will take a seat. Sproul will come in and Nelson will sit down. Sproul, I believe they announced him as 6'10". He looks like he might be. He's a big kid. Croak's second one. Oh, nothing but net. 2 points, and it gives the lead back to Silver Eagles. Now MG putting a little tighter pressure on. Hutcherson, Hobson, and number 10, Reese Sproul, trying to get it across. And they get it across to Knopf. Connor gives it off to Hutcherson. He takes another three. Rims out, rebound. Connor Bracken, who else? Silver Eagles on the run. This is Croak with the ball. Nope, this is Hibner with the ball. There's Hibner with the shot. Hibner for three! Jordan Hibner with a couple of threes to his credit. Now we got a referee talking to Lance Nelson. What do we got? I don't know, they talked to Nelson about something, but I don't know. A couple subs coming in for the Vikings. 13-9. MG with a lead, 10:44 to play in the first half. All right, we brought in number 2, Cale McGee. He'd been out. See if I can guess who else is out here. Number 20, Owen Chase making his first appearance, a 6-foot senior. Sproul trying to go to the basket, finds Chase. Knopf, Chase. High on the left side, this is McGee. McGee dribbles between the circles, guarded by Nelson. Knopf into the corner, Hutcherson. They got to watch him closer. Chase to Sproul. Sproul's not going to shoot. He doesn't look like a three-point shooter, but he does make a good move towards the paint. Nice out pat. Hutcherson for three again. They'll give it back to him, swinging around to McGee up top. 10 minutes to play in the first half. 13-9 MG on top. McGee trying to spin move, turnaround jumper, in and out, rebound, Bracken. Bracken contests every rebound. I like his aggressiveness towards the basket. This is Hibner. Hibner's got a couple of threes already. They throw inside for Bracken, and Bracken gets fouled on the floor. He had a notion to do a spin move, but didn't do it in time to get it off. Second on Sproul. All sorts of subs for Monona Grove. Let's see who we got left in here. Hibner. Kevin Nett in the game for the first time. Henry Walsh coming in. Let's see. We got Nelson on the floor. He's going to inbound it. Who else? Who's that other guy? I can't see. I think that's Connor Bracken. Nope, Loken. They get it into Walsh, and he stepped on the line. Henry. So Fernholtz coming in for Stoughton. Barrett Nelson, Hutcherson, Knopf, and who else? 20, Chase. Hutcherson gets it in. No, he throws it away, in fact. Picked up by Hibner. Hibner drives the lane, stops, 12-footer. Can't get it to drop, rebound Barrett Nelson. And we got a foul under the basket. Barrett was fouled. And I don't know who they call it on yet. Henry Walsh called for his first foul. Henry's been in just a minute or so, and he's turned it over and got called for a foul. He'll take a seat now, and Bracken will come in, and Munns will come in. Nelson will sit as well. 9:24, a 13-9 MG lead. Hutcherson dribbling it up for MG. He and Fernholtz will try to work it across against the press from the Silver Eagles. Hutcherson fast going down the lane, throws it off the hands of Cale McGee. Turns it over on the baseline. It'll be MG ball. Oh, they're going to say it was tipped. I think McGee missed it. It was off his hands, but what do I know? Hutcherson looking to pass it in, loops it into McGee. Dragged his foot on that. Can't get it to drop. Rebound. Bracken. Hibner will bring it up in a hurry. Cross for Loken. Drops it over. They swing it around the top. Let's see. 14 is Kevin Nett. Loken thought about the three for a split second there. Nett to Hibner. Hibner back it up and give it to Lucas Munns between the circles. Guarded by Hutcherson. 8:43 to play. 13-9 MG lead. They look inside to swing it. I think this is Loken going baseline to Bracken. Nope. Rebound 15. That's Fernholz. Get down the floor in a hurry. Cale McGee walked with it. But they're going to call a foul on the Silver Eagles. See who they call this on. Munns called for a second foul. That'll send McGee to the line. McGee missing the first. 13-9, MG still up. We're bringing Schreiner and Nelson into the game. Net and I think that was Loken all set. Nope, Loken's still on the floor. Tipton, I believe. McGee's second shot. That one's good. That's his first free throw of the night. He's got 3 points altogether, and it's a 13-10 MG lead. Nelson bringing it up for the Silver Eagles. Runs into a double team. Finds Loken all alone on the high right side. Gets it back to Nelson. Now back to Trey. Looking inside for Bracken. Up top for Nelson. 3-ball. No. Rebound McGee. McGee drives the lane. Tipped. Should be out of bounds to Stoughton, but no, they're going to swing it up to the top. And a three dropped in by, who is that? By Hobson. Hobson with 7 points already. 13-13, 7:45 to play in the first half. Loken lost it to Hibner and got it back then. Trying to find some help. Goes high left side to Nelson. They double team him, so he gives it back to Loken. And we're going to get a foul on the Vikings. Hobson, I believe. That'll be his first. No, somebody else is getting it.
I feel like it's a great idea to
Barrett Nelson called for a second, so Barrett and Sproul, the two big guys, both with 2 fouls. He'll take a seat, and Sproul will come back in. Loken will take a seat. Let's see, we've got Nelson, Croak, Bracken, Tipton, and Hibner. This is Croak. Left side trying to drive, runs into Hutcherson, slapped out of bounds. It's MG ball right in front of the Viking bench. 7:20 to play. I see you there, David. They inbound into the backcourt. This is Nelson. Swings it over to Croak. Thought about the three. Now stop. Look for some help. Finds Nelson on the high right side. Looking down low for Bracken. Saved it from going out of bounds. They swing it around back to Nelson. Tipton right side. Back to Nelson up top. Back to Tipson. He'll take this three off the front of the rim. Rebound. Hibner, no. Bracken went up for the rebound. I believe he was shoved, and I think we've got another foul inside, perhaps somebody important. Sproul with his third foul. So the two big men for Stoughton have racked up 5 fouls between them already. He'll have to come out, and Connor Knopf will come in. Knonner. Let's call him Connor Knopf. So the Vikings forced to play with a shorter lineup. I think McGee's the tallest guy. No, Hobson's 6'4". He's the big man right now. He's paired against Bracken. It's Croak trying to drive. Runs into some trouble. Needed help by Tipton. They swing it around the right side to Bracken. Croak, left side. Trying to penetrate. Can't get anywhere, so he'll back it off. Hutcherson's really fast. There, Owen almost got around. Now he needs to give it to somebody. Oh, nice save there by Tipton. Was headed out of bounds. Swings it into the corner. 3-ball missed by Hibner. Rebound Hutcherson. He's on the run. Vikings quickly ahead to McGee. Spin move in the lane. Miss. Rebound Hibner. No, Nelson. Hibner was there, but Nelson pulls it down from everybody. He's done that like 3 times tonight. 13-13 with 6:05 to play. Swirls one in. Lance Nelson's first 2-pointer of the game. He's got 5 altogether. And with 6 minutes remaining, the Silver Eagles call a timeout, leading it 15-13. Well, kind of surprising, Monona Grove winning the battle under the boards. In fact, Stoughton not only giving up rebounds to the smaller Silver Eagles, they're giving up fouls to them too. Connor Bracken has 1 foul, while the 2 big guys for Stoughton, Sproul and Nelson, have 5 between them. This game started with MG going on an 8-0 run, then Stoughton went on a 9-0 run. And right now it sits 15-13 MG on top. All right, so they've got number 20, Owen Chase, on the floor for the Vikings. Now let's not even talk about them. We've got Tipton, Loken, Croak, Nelson, and Kevin Nett. Excuse me, Kevin.
So
Forgive me.
For that time, are we literally just showing the clock? Like a small portion of the clock?
Hutcherson gets it into Chase. Hobson tried to drive the lane. Nice jump move, and he lays it up for 2. Hobson's a talented kid, I tell you that. Averaging 16 points a game. I've got him for 9 points already tonight in this one. 15-15, all tied up. Croak with the ball. He'll hand it off to Nelson. Lance trying to drive, he'll back it up. No, he'll try to drive left side. Instead, give it to Croak. Left side up top now to Loken. Loken in the lane. Tried to put one up and drew the foul. He'll get 2 shots. Loken, a 71% free throw shooter. His first trip to the line tonight. Hutcherson called for his first. Trey bounces one off the front of the rim. Got to make your free throws. Henry Walsh in. Will take a spot of Tipton for a bit. All right, Trey lines it up. And he breaks the tie. 16-15 MG. 5:18 to play in the first half. Hutcherson and Hobson trying to get it across. This is Hutcherson. Oh, tipped. Recovered by Chase. Chase will give it off to Hobson between the circles. Hobson goes left side to Fernholz. They swing it around to the right. Hutcherson, there's Fernholz again. Hobson for 3. Off the front of the rim, rebound, Owen Croak. 14:50 to play in the first half. Up top is Croak. This is Loken in the corner. Tipton looking for some running room. Nope, that's Nelson. Hibner. Oh, it's not either. It's Nett. I can't even read their uniforms. What the heck? Nelson forces one up. Oh, good play there by Henry Walsh. I think he may have drawn a foul. Number 20, that'd be Owen Chase. That's Chase's first foul. That'll send Lance Nelson to the line. Nelson, a 79% free throw shooter. Nelson shooting 1-1. Missing it. Rebound Vikings, and we got a foul against, I believe, Henry Walsh. Yep, Henry picking up his second foul. Okay, Henry will take a seat. Hibner will come in for him. 16-15, the Silver Eagles up by 1 with 4:25 to play in the first half. Light pressure from MG. Hutcherson and McGee bringing it across, or trying to. Playing keep away, how's that against Croak and Nelson? Oh, Croak almost took it away from McGee. Now McGee will drive the lane again, lays it up. No, rebound Bracken. 4 minutes to play, a 1-point MG lead as we get close to halftime. Nelson will walk it across for the Silver Eagles. Hand it off to Hibner, high left side. High right side, this is Bracken. He looked inside for who was that? Nett, and couldn't get it to him. Taken away by the Vikings. Hutcherson, high left side, he'll back up. Not going to take that 3. This is Hobson, he'll drive again. And they're going to call a foul. Oh, I don't know about that, sir. Hibner called for his first foul. That'll send Hobson to the line. Shooting the 1-and-1. I've got Hobson for 9 points. Makes that one. .338 to play in the first half. A tie game, tied at 16. Adam Hobson moves in double figures with that one. Has a chance to give Stoughton the lead. Hobson makes it. 17-16. The Vikings on top by 1. Croak will sit down, and Tipton will come back in. Nelson takes the inbound pass. Working against Knopf. Knopf giving him a hard time. And now we're going to get a foul against Knopf. Or no, against Hutcherson. He's going to get, I didn't even see him get that close to the ball. Second one called against Hutcherson. So the foul's adding up for the Vikings. That'll send Lance Nelson to the line again. Lance with 5 points. He's 0 for 1 from the line. Head on, Lance. 3:31 to play, and he makes it. Earns another. Ties it up at 17 with that one. Hibner, Loken, Nelson, Tipton, and Bracken on the floor for the Silver Eagles. Nelson missing that one. Takes the rebound off the hand of Hobson. Saves the inbound pass. Silver Eagles swinging around. Back to Nelson in the corner. No. Tipton trying to get one up. No, he'll throw it out top to Loken. 3:15 to play in the half. They swing it back to Nelson in the right corner. He'll dribble out to the free throw line, cut into the lane. Dumps it down low, taken away by Chase. This is Knopf. He'll take it from the left side. No. Rebound Hibner. Still tied at 17, under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Nelson walking across against Connor Knopf. Tipton into the corner. Hibner to Loken up top. Loken into the corner. Miss. Tipton with the miss. Batted around. Fernholz looking for Hobson. Hobson, no, that's McGee. Lays it up and in. Easy 2 for McGee, giving the Vikings the 2-point lead. Under 2.5 to play. Nelson taking his time. He knows there's a lot of game left, but it'd sure be nice to get that lead back by half. And we got a timeout by Coach Z. 2:20 to play in the first half. Excuse me, a 19-17 Stoughton lead. Silver Eagles playing these guys tough. I think it's going to come down to a free throw contest the way the game has started. Excuse me. .220 to play, a 19-17 lead. Earlier tonight, the JV1 team won in overtime, 54-52, and JV2 won easily, 56-44. I swear, JV2 is knocking off a lot of teams pretty easily. Must be the good coaching, right, Trey? Former MG star, better known for his football exploits in basketball, Trey Powers coaching the JV2 team. JV1 is coached by Jordan Arneson, and of course the head coach for the Silver Eagles on varsity, Dan Zweifel. I believe Dan is in his 23rd year. Okay, 2:20 to play in the first half, a 19-17 Stoughton lead. So the Eagles come out on the floor with Croak, Nelson, Hibner. Who's that? Bracken and Loken. Tipped out of bounds by the Vikings. It'll be MG ball. That was Connor Knopf knocking it out. So it won't be Hibner inbounding this time. It'll be Croak. Hibner will go down low. No, he won't. All right, they'll get it into Loken in the deep right corner. He'll dribble out to the elbow. Swing it to Croak. They go around Nelson in the left corner. Nelson trying to make something happen. Give it to Hibner. Loken up top. 2 minutes to play. Logan driving right side. Where's the foul? The guy hit him on the arm. He missed the shot and rebound by the Vikings. This is Meinholz. Nope, that's Hobson. McGee. Taken off. Meinholz. Chase. Hobson. McGee. McGee, fall away jumper. 2. 7 points for K.O. McGee, and it's a 21-7 lead with 1.5 minutes to play in the first half. Nelson will walk it across. Croak. High left side. Swing it down into the corner. They look for Bracken. Nice shot by Connor Bracken. Just over a minute to play, 21-19.
That's what I'm doing. Ball's on screen.
This is Hobson just holding it, so Eagles content to lay back and let some time click off the clock here. We're under 50 seconds. Hobson just sitting there on his hip with the ball on his hip. Then we got Fernholz, Knopf, Chase, and McGee on the floor with him. We're down to 35 seconds. Under 30 seconds. So Eagles switching up their defense a little bit. Now Nelson will come out for the 1-2-2 defense. We got a timeout called by the Vikings. Croak had who was that? Number 20, Owen Chase, covered pretty well in right corner. So 17 seconds to play. It'll be Viking ball. 21-19. The Vikings lead it. It's only halftime though. We still have 18 minutes of basketball to play. After tonight's game, the Silver Eagles will play in the Badger Challenge on the 24th. I don't know if the teams have been announced who they'll match up against. I suppose this game has some bearing on that. Stoughton will play first this Saturday against Perdasheen, and then Friday the 24th, they'll be in the Badger Challenge. Same situation, they'll be their second or third in that matchup. Silver Eagles return to regular conference play on January 31st against the Monroe Cheesemakers right here at MG. On the 31st, Stoughton will travel or be at home to host Milton. All right, coming out of the timeout, the Silver Eagles with Nett, Hibner, Bracken, Croak, and Nelson. Knopf, McGee, Chase, Hobson, and Fernholz for the Vikings. 15 seconds to play in the half. They give it to McGee up high. They'll try to challenge. He hands it off, gets it back, knocked out of bounds. Hey, and they're going to say McGee was the last one to touch it. Good defense there by Owen Croak. Now Tipton will come in, and Nett will take a seat. And Loken will come in for Croak. So we've got Hibner, Tipton, Croak, Nelson, and Bracken. Nelson dumps it off from the corner. Hibner, no. Rebound, Fernholz, and that'll end the first half. A low-scoring first half, 21-19. The Silver Eagles trail the Stoughton Vikings. I'm Steve Martinelli. This is Monona Community Media. We'll be back with the second half of Silver Eagle basketball as they trail the Vikings 21-19 at halftime. Stick around. Welcome back to the second half of Silver Eagle basketball. I'm Steve Martinelli, and this is Monona Creative Video. The Silver Eagles trailing the Vikings 21-19 at half. Let me run down the scoring for you. All scorers led by Adam Hobson. Of course, he's their leading scorer for the Vikings. He's got 11 points already, 7 points for K.O. McGee. Not a big surprise there, as the two of them average almost 30 points between them. Nathan Hutcherson with 3 points, and that's it. They've only had 3 different guys score is all. They do have a couple guys in foul trouble. One of their big guys, Reese Sproul, with 3 fouls. Their other big guy, Barrett Nelson, with a couple, and Hutcherson's got a couple. On the Silver Eagles side of things, let's see. Trey Locken has 3 points. Trey Loken. Lance Nelson, Jordan Hibner with 6 apiece. 2 for Connor Bracken, 2 for Owen Croak. Let's see. Munns has 2 fouls. He's the only one with any sort of foul trouble. Silver Eagles only 2 out of 5 from the free throw line in that first half. Hope that doesn't come back to haunt them later on. The Vikings 3 out of 4 from the line. Monona Grove with 3 3-pointers, 2 for the Vikings. 21-19, Monona Grove trailing the Stoughton Vikings. This would be an upset, I have to say. Vikings are a pretty decent team. Monona Grove a good team this year. But it would be awfully sweet to win this one for reasons earlier mentioned. We're not going to jinx anything, but boy, it'd be sweet to win this one here. If not this one here, the next one, right? The road game, the Badger Challenge, will be at Edgewood High School this year. So the Silver Eagles might win one there. Or we come back home for a couple games against Monroe and then Elkhorn. Then travel back to Edgewood to take on the Crusaders. All right, second half ready to start. Silver Eagles start with Loken, Nelson, Hibner, Munns, and Bracken. 18 minutes on the clock. The Vikings will start the ball. This is Fernholz, Hutcherson, McGee, Hobson, and I think that's Sproul. Nope, Nelson. McGee, they loop it into Nelson. Bracken has him. Oh, good move by Barrett Nelson to back in against Bracken and get the basket. 23-19 Vikings. MG's first possession of the half. Loken between the circles, swinging around to Munns. Left elbow. He'll give it up top to Bracken. Loken, high side. Left side is Munns in the corner. Guarded by Hobson. Little spin moves, kick it out to Nelson, guarded by Hutcherson. He's on the left side, try to drive, backs it up now. Loken from the top of the key, drives right side, kicks it off to Hibner. No, rebound McGee. They give it to Hutcherson up top. Starting five for both teams, same as the beginning of the game. This is Fernholz to Hutcherson. Left side up top to Nelson, swing it to McGee. Hobson, he'll take a long three. Oh, nothing but net. Hobson is just a very talented athlete. He's got 14 points. And a timeout called by Coach Z. Gotta give his boys some learning here. They gave up that one too easy. 26-19, the Vikings lead it with 16:42 to play in the game. This is an important game. This is a conference game, and you gotta win your conference games. Just like you got to make your free throws, right? When will we see the MG girls again, you ask? Well, let me take a look. We will see the girls on the 28th when they're here against the Stoughton Vikings. And the boys on the 31st. Then we don't have a game until, a TV game anyways, until Monroe girls come here on February 7th. We're down to the end of the year here. Let's see. We got this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more home games. Then we get into the playoffs, of course, so we maybe have a chance there for some. But the month of February goes pretty fast. All right, 26-19. This might be the biggest lead of the game. 16:42 to play. And the Vikings on top by 7. They led it by 2 at halftime. Came out, Nelson hit the 2, and now Hobson hitting the 3. Now Nelson will walk it across, picked up by McGee, over to Hibner. Left corner is Munns, double teamed, splits the defenders, throws it off Hutcherson, and it's MG ball under their own basket. Hibner doing the inbounding honors for MG. Gets it to Bracken, swings it up top to Munns. Loken back to Munns. He'll take the 3. Oh, just off the rim and down. Rebound Fernholz. And Hutcherson will bring it across for the Vikings. McGee's got a good move going to that left side of the basket, or right side of the basket. Oh, they gave it to him there. Now he goes underneath. Flips it up. 2. Excuse me. Cale McGee with 9 points now. 28-19. Coach Z's got to figure out an answer here. Turn this around. Munns under the basket. Oh, off balance shot. Rebound Nelson. Good defense there by Hutcherson as he got down and stopped McGee from an easy, or stopped Munns from an easy two. McGee swinging around to Fernholz, up top to Nelson. Hutcherson right side. Up top, Hobson for three. Nope, we're going to call a foul against Hutcherson, I believe. Nope, against Barrett Nelson, his third. Yeah. Yes, it is. So both are big guys with 3 fouls. Sproul will come back in and Nelson will take a seat. .28 to play, 28-19 lead. Hibner, give it over to Nelson, right side, 3-ball. Lance can't get it to go, rebound Fernholz. They had a Max Fernholz who played a couple years ago who's a pretty good basketball player. I assume that would be his brother. McGee, give it to Hobson. Hobson has it swatted into the scorer's table. It'll be Viking ball at half court. Fernholz inbounding. It's 15:04 to play and a 9-point Viking lead. Hobson for 3. Miss off the back of the rim. Rebound Sproul. Back to Hobson into the lane. Lays it up. Finger roll for 2. Hobson with 16 now. And it's 30-19. Yikes. Lance over to Hibner. Back to Nelson. High left side into the corner. This is Bracken back to Nelson. They swing it to Hibner on the high right side. Back to Nelson. Boy, when Nelson gets the ball, they just collapse on him. There's Lance again, swinging over to Hibner. They're doing a great job keeping the ball away from the basket. And now there'll be a foul on the Vikings. Fernholz called for his first. So 4 fouls already for the Vikings in the last 3.5 minutes. Fernholz will take a seat and Knopf will come in. We've got some moisture on the floor, so Hobson will wipe it up. Doing double duty as a custodian here on the weekends. 14-24, a 30-19 Stoughton lead. So what do we got going on here? More moisture on the floor. Trainer coming out to check it out. Must be a spot of blood maybe. She'll disinfect. And the 2 teams will go to the benches once again. I don't quite understand that. They both took the floor like they were ready to go. Now the referees have waved them to their bench. Tommy Anderson out checking things out with the referees. (30-19). 14:24 to play. Stoughton with the lead. This is the biggest lead of the night for either of these teams. Remember, MG jumped out to an 8-0 lead, and I was thinking they might surprise us and run away with this one, but Stoughton came roaring back and scored the next 9 points. Went back and forth a little bit until just before the half when Stoughton took the 2-point lead. And now the Vikings have extended that lead to 11 points. They're still messing with the floor with a spray bottle and a towel. Riveting basketball. I mean, at least if you're watching this live, you've got some picture to look at. Imagine if this was just radio, me trying to describe this. All right, and the one referee with the mullet, he's got the towel under his foot. The other referee, the bald one, is staring quite intently at what's on the floor. And it appears they might have it cleaned up. Yes, yes they do, and we'll be ready to play in just a moment. See, that's how you make something like that, even the mundane cleaning of the floor, exciting. Now the referees whistle the players back onto the floor. So we're going to come out with Croak, Tipton, Bracken, Hibner, and of course Lance Nelson. beginning to think Lance hardly ever gets a break. He'll go into the backcourt and take the inbound pass from Croak. Crosses the mid-center line, picked up by McGee. Left corner, Croak. Right corner, Croak. Looking for some help. Finds Nelson. Back to Croak. Thought about the three from the elbow. He'll dribble out of trouble. Give it back to Nelson. Down right side. Whip it to Hibner. Free throw line jumper. 2 for Jordan Hibner. Hibner with 8 points. I'll look and see what his high is this year. 10 against Mount Horeb, one of the early games of the season. 30-21, Stoughton with the lead. Hutcherson, hand off to McGee, out to Knopf, swinging around to Hobson, up top to Sproul, back to Hobson, left elbow. McGee try to drive that right side again, blocked and draws a foul. I don't know, I think they might get Hibner on this, but I'm not quite sure who it is. Oh, Bracken called for his second. Bracken with only 2 points in the first half, but he had a bucket full of rebounds. Cale McGee to the line where he's 1 out of 2. Made that one. I've got McGee for 10 points now, and another free throw coming up for him. 6'2" junior guard. And a shot. No good. So Bracken with the rebound, of course. He heard me talking about him. 31-21. 13:28 to play. Croak. Tipton back to Croak. Go back into the corner to Tipton. Up top to Croak. Almost stolen by McGee. Saved by Croak. Charge the ball. Now he's looking for some help because he's got Hobson on him, and Hobson's got those long arms. Croak gives up about 4 inches to Adam Hobson. Hobson, an all-conference quarterback and place kicker for the Viking football team. 2-year starter for that team. Nelson for 3. Boom, baby! Lance Nelson hitting his second 3. He has 9 points, and it's a 31-24 Stoughton lead. Silver Eagles starting to gain a little ground back. McGee, 1 on 4. He'll back off. Give it to Hobson, top of the key. Get out there, Connor. He'll take that. Knopf, he'll dribble between the circles. Give it off to McGee, high right side. He'll take it just inside the three-point line and banks it in. No, they give him credit for the 3. I don't know. I thought he had his toes on the line, but it's 34-24. Under 12.5 minutes to play. This is Bracken. He'll drive the lane. Now he'll stop. Turnaround jumper. No. Everybody stood around waiting for that ball to land. Reese Sproul comes up with a loose rebound. This is Hutcherson, just over 12 minutes to play. A 10-point Stoughton lead. So Rigo's got to get a stop and get some offense going here. Ooh, Hobson almost walked with it. McGee gets the charge. Nope, he's going to call a foul. He was pointing the other way. Gets the basket and a free throw. The foul on Owen Croak is first. McGee to the line where he's 2 for 4. Tipton will come out and Net will come in. So Cale to the line. Cale with 12 points already, and there's number 13. So yeah, McGee and Hobson are their offense. 37-24, 11:49 to play. This is Hibner. They'll give it off to Nelson, top of the key, over to Logan. Net. Back to Bracken. Bracken, 10-footer, dropped it in. Connor Bracken with 4 points and a timeout called. 37-26. Silver Eagles down with 11:26 to play, but 11-point lead. Back to that 11-point lead. The Silver Eagles made a little run there, and I thought they're going to get back into this game. They got to get a couple of good stops and some baskets here if they're going to make a run at these guys. You know, take advantage of the fact that their big guys have fouls and pound it inside. I don't know. I shouldn't guess. Coach Z knows what he's doing. He's got about 299 more wins than I do. All right, let's see what Silver Eagles can do coming out of this timeout. Oh, Jordan Hibner showing he can shoot the ball. He's got 8 points, and I mentioned his season high and career high is 10. He also had 9 against Fort. Let's see, who else is having a good game for us? Nelson, of course, is. I've got him for 9 points. Lance can do better than that, though. He's had 22 against Watertown this season. That was his high Watertown mark. All right, Bracken, Hibner, Net, Loken, and Nelson for the Silver Eagles. Hobson, McGee, and 3 other guys for Stoughton. Oh, Fernholz almost took it away from his own man there. He hooked Sproul's arm and took him down. It's going to be MG ball. Hibner inbounding now, 11:21 to play. Nelson will dribble across, picked up by McGee. This is Hibner, high right side. Dribbles back towards the middle. Now go back to the elbow. Wraparound pass. Nelson in the corner. Back to Hibner, swinging across the Loken left side. Into the corner. Net, back to Trey. 11 minutes to play in the game. They look inside. Stolen by Fernholz. Nice play by the kid. McGee thought about that 3. Now dump it down low to Fernholz. Nope, picked up by Sproul. Tipped. Net comes up with the rebound. Kevin Net, good effort there. Battling some guys much bigger than he. This is Nelson with the ball. He'll drive the lane, kick it back to Net. Looking back. Hibner. Oh, I thought he might take that shot. They go Nelson high left side. Lance double teamed. Doesn't bother him. Net. Give it back to Lance. There it goes. Oh, I thought he might step up and pump that one. Their trapping zone is really working now in the second half. Knocked out of bounds. It should be MG ball. It is. 10:19 to play. A 37-26 Stoughton lead. Now Sproul will come out and Nelson will come in. Trying to keep those 2 big guys fresh. That's when you get in trouble with fouls, is when you're getting tired. Nelson. Oh, no foul called. Saved into the hands of the Vikings. Hobson across, looking inside for Nelson. Tipped. Taken away by the Silver Eagles. Hibner. Ball out of bounds. No call. MG comes up with it. Good save there by Bracken. Hibner walks it across, runs into some double team. Loken into the corners, Nelson. Back to Loken. Trying to dribble out of trouble there. Every time Nelson gets the ball, he's immediately double teamed, it seems like. Now he's off in the left corner. Bracken into the lane. Gets one to drop. And we get a foul underneath the basket. Bracken will try to make it 3. He's got 6 points. 4th foul on Barrett Nelson. He'll come out and Sproul will come in. Now Bracken will go to the line. Subs in for the Silver Eagles are Munns and Schreiner. Let's see, Bracken to the line where he's a 36% shooter. Dropped that one in to complete the 3-point play. Good shot counter. First free throw of the night, and he's got 7 points. That's a 37-29 Stoughton lead. Maybe we get a stop here, get another basket, get back in this game. Hobson to Hutcherson. High right side, guarded by Nelson. Fernholz on the left. They look into the lane to Sproul, kick it out. Hobson pump, drive the baseline, nothing doing. Hutcherson, Knopf, back to Hutcherson in the right corner. MG's in his zone now. Hobson missing that one. Hutcherson, no. Yeah, Hutcherson skied for that rebound. Hobson trying to drive the lane. 10-footer, dropped it in. Hobson with 18 points. 39-29, 8:54 to play. Loken out to Munns, swing it to Schreiner. Back to Loken. And a foul going back the other way. Nope, against the Silver Eagles. Third foul called on Bracken. I didn't see what happened there, but I don't know. 8:42 to play, a 10-point Stoughton lead. This is Hutcherson working against Munns. Ably assisted by Hobson. Hobson's a good ball handler for a guy who's 6'4". They get it across to Knopf. Knopf. 8:25 to play, 10-point Stoughton lead. Hutcherson high left side. Right side, this is Fernholz. Knopf thought about the three. Hutcherson in the corner. He's hit some threes, so they got to watch him. So Regal defense is adjusting for that fact, though. Almost threw it over Hobson's head there. Now he goes a long cross-court pass. This is Knopf. Guarded by Munns, and we get a foul. No, a timeout called by the Vikings. 7:57 to play, still a 10-point Viking lead, 39-29. Monona Grove looking for their 5th win of the season. Be nice to go into this Edgewood Badger Challenge with 5 wins, wouldn't it? Oh well, we'll do what we can. Silver Eagles in a decent spot if they can get the ball inside and pick up another foul on Nelson or a couple more on Sproul. That really injures them, or doesn't injure them, it weakens them if they've got their 2 big guys on the bench with fouls. Then if anybody else with more than 2. Connor Bracken's got 3 for the Silver Eagles. That would be a big loss if he were to fall out, but he's in better shape than Barrett Nelson, that's for sure. Just a small crowd of Viking fans here, but they're pretty vocal. That's kind of fun. For Thursday night, we've got a good crowd here, actually. All right, the Vikings come out with Hutcherson, McGee, Hobson, Sproul, probably one other guy. Yeah, there's Fernholz. He's going to inbound the ball by the scorer table in the bench. So he goes with Nelson, Munns, Loken, Schreiner, and Bracken. This is Hobson. Up top, McGee, they swing it around to Hutcherson on the left, look inside. Hobson for 3, no. Tipped, rebound. Who was that? Schreiner with the rebound. Nelson stop and pop the 3. Get down, nope. McGee with the rebound for the Vikings. Boy, that would have been nice. That would have pulled us within 7 with 7.5 minutes to play. Just a 10-point Viking lead. That can change in 3 possessions. They try to alley-oop behind the basket. It was McGee. There he gets the inbound or the lane pass and turns it into a 2-point shot. 41-29, 7:05 to play. So Rigo's got to find that spark. Get a little run going here. This is Bracken, high right side. Swing it over to Loken. Trey needs a tray. There he goes. Short off the rim. Bracken fouled Sproul, but we didn't get the call. This is Nelson. Now he'll back up to where Trey was. Against Hutcherson. Munns, thought he tried the 3. Thought he walked 2. Lays it up and in. Munns almost took the ball away from Fernholz, but Luke comes up with it. It's a Viking ball. Under 6.5 to play. 12-point Viking lead. Hutcherson taking his time walking it up. Stoughton starting to milk the clock a little bit. They're in no hurry. I give it to Hobson, McGee, Fernholz. Up top to Sproul. Hutcherson in the lane. Fernholz. Nope. Rebound Bracken. 6 minutes to play. 41-29. MG coming up with a stop. Now let's see if we can convert it here. Lance Nelson against Hutcherson. Goes in the lane. Now he'll back up. Loken called for the foul, I believe. It'll go back the other way to the Vikings. Yep, Trey called for just his first foul. That's interesting. He's played a lot of minutes that only have 1 foul now. 5:45 and counting. MG turning on a press now. Hobson. He'll dribble it across the timeline. Take the 3. Oh, that hurt. That one hurt. He was all alone. It's his 3rd 3 of the game. I've got him for 21 points. It's 44-29 with under 5.5 to play. This is going to be hard. Schreiner pass to Bracken. Bracken working against the much bigger Sproul. Foul on the floor. This is going to be Bracken's fourth, I think. Not Bracken's fourth. Sproul's fourth, isn't it? Some discussion here. Yep, fourth foul against Sproul. Inbound to Bracken. This is Munns. 5:10 to play. A 15-point Viking lead. Munns. Munns again going to the baseline. Nope, he'll kick it out to Loken. Loken lays it up. No. Geez, they can't buy a basket. Fernholz with the rebound. They're even getting out-rebounded here in the last few minutes. Silver Eagles will drop off that zone press. Back into their man-to-man. McGee. Covered by Hibner over to Hutcherson. Left side, up top to McGee. Lays it up, misses the shot, but draws the foul and will get 2 free throws. McGee, 3 out of 5 from the line. He'll get a chance for a couple more here. Bracken called for his fourth, so all the big guys in the game have 4 fouls. There's only 3 of them. McGee shooting 2, makes the first. I've got him for 16 points, and another shot coming up here. Hibner and Croak coming in. Munns and Loken will take a seat. Rest them for the last few minutes of the game. 4:35 to play, so we'll get some sub minutes here, and hopefully they can hold their own. McGee's second shot. Circles the drain and drops in. 46-29. Boy, 4.5 minutes. It's going to be really tough. Silver Eagles going to have to light a fire on Hibner. Back to Nelson. Nelson swatted at by McGee. That was kind of a dumb foul. He had no chance at the ball. All he could do was foul him. First foul on McGee. That's interesting. Okay, Croak inbounding for MG right by the bench. 4:23, 46-29. Owen Croak. Nelson, long 3 off the front of the rim. Rebound, Croak, the putback, 2. Good hustle there by Owen Croak. He has 4 points for the game. 46-31, under 4 minutes to play though. 15-point game. Hutcherson trying to drive, taken away, kicked. McGee comes up with it. McGee gets the basket, and we get called for a. Bracken's going to pick up his 5th foul here. Oh, Croak called for the foul. Okay, just his second. But that'll send McGee to the line again. I've got him, oh boy, for a pile of points. He's been racking them up. Makes the +1. It's 49-31 with 3:47. Silver Eagles better get going quickly here. Nelson. Croak. Nice move into the lane. Draws a foul before he got the shot off, though. Who's it, Hutcherson? Yep. Hutcherson called for his 3rd. That's a 6th-team foul, so MG will be shooting the rest of the game. Both teams will, actually. 3:34 remaining in this one. Silver Eagles got to put some points up real fast here. This one's going to be in the books as another big L. Silver Eagles 4-6 already on the season. 4-2 in conference, though. Just those non-conference games have been troubling. Nice pass in Dump it out to Nelson. He'll drive the lane, float it up, no foul. Tipped by Net. Recovered by McGee. He gets tied up, and it's MG ball. Nope, they're going to call a foul on the Silver Eagles. So Kevin Net called for his first foul, and that'll send McGee to the line again. McGee shooting the 1-and-1. 3:11 to play. I think McGee's putting it out of reach here with these shots. Walsh will come in for who is that? Hibner. Nope, Nelson. Yep, we got the starting guards on the bench. Coach Z's calling off the dogs. McGee makes that one, and here comes some Viking subs. Owen Chase coming in. He's hit 7 out of 9 free throws now. He started off kind of weak, 1 out of 2, and then has hit 6 in a row. Turnaround shot, nice shot by Net. 51-33, just under 3 minutes left. McGee to Hobson. I think the Stoughton coach can take his guys out anytime now. Now at 2:45, they'll just dribble some time off the clock here. McGee. Dump it down low to Hobson, and Hobson draws the foul. And he'll go to the line and shoot 2. First foul called on Tipton. Hobson shooting 1 and 1, makes that one. And now everybody but the shooter coming out. The subs coming in for the Vikings. Let's see. I'm not even going to bother saying who they are. They got a bunch of guys who haven't broken a sweat yet. Hobson's the only one on the floor who's seen any game time with this bunch, I think. Hobson makes that one. I'm surprised they're not taking him out now. But whatevs. It's 53-33. 20-point lead. Biggest of the game for the Vikings. Shoot it, Net. This is Walsh swinging around to Benke. I didn't see Cam sneak in the game. Sean Doherty in there also. Vikings fighting themselves for the rebound. They come up with it. Now timeout. Timeout. I don't know what the call was there. They're taking Hobson out apparently. Yes, it'll be inbound in front of the MG bench by number 13, Egan Olson, a 6'1 junior. Who's running the point here for him? Number 10, no, 11, Jared McGuire. I'll say their name if they make a basket. How's that? It's a 20-point Viking lead. Good hustle by Benke to pick up that loose ball into the lane. Schrockenthaler rips it away, puts up the right-hander. No, tipped. Net trying to go left baseline, can't get it to drop. Looking for Benke. This is Cam. Cross court to Doherty. In the lane to Schrock, and it's picked up by Henry Walsh. Net, dump it over to Walsh. Put it up, Henry. Cam, shoot it, Cam. Shoot that. Shoot it. Walsh to Net to Benke again in the corner. Benke will dribble it up to the top from the free throw line. Benke for 2. And that's a big deal. He hasn't made many. He hasn't made any. That's his first basket of the season. Coming back the other way, some guy threw it up and missed it. Rebound Schrockenthaler. Hooray for Cam Benke. I always root for that last guy on the bench to get that basket. Shoot it again. John Doherty. A little over a minute to play. It's a 53. Benke hitting another. 53-38, under a minute to play. Well, at least the bench players got some moments to shine here. 45 seconds playing. They loop inside, knocked away by Net. That was Teddy Baldukas. Baldukas was on the football team. I remember him. You don't see the name Teddy Balducas very often. Let's see. Teddy was a second team all-conference defensive back. Missed their rebound. Banky on the run. Looking for Darty. And I believe he was fouled. I think we're in the bonus here, aren't we? Darty to the line with a chance to put one in. And he does. Darty only scored 2 points. That's his third of the season, so hooray for him. Come on. Hey, hits them both. First 2 free throws of the year, and Sean dumps them both in. It's 53-40 with 31 seconds left. Game all but over, but that's all right. We get to see Darty and Banky score. Let's get one for Henry Walsh. Maybe Schrock needs a point too. Number 11 at the bench for them. He missed it. Rebound, Schrockenthaler. That's Jared McGuire missing that. The foul was on our number 11, Cam Banky. Knocked out of bounds. They're going to say it's MG ball. 21.3 seconds remaining. Where's Henry? Where's Schrock? Get him the ball. That's Darty. Stop and pop. Drops it in. 4 points for Sean Darty. Should have played these guys the whole game. What the heck, see? Oh, good effort there by Net. Under 3 seconds. They'll just count it down, and that'll do it. 53-42, the Silver Eagles fall. They lose their 7th game of the season. Coach Z's victory, number 300, will have to wait another night. Tough game there by the Silver Eagles. They had the big men on Stoughton in trouble, but it was McGee and Hobson doing all the damage. Let's see. Aside from them, they didn't have anybody else score more than 3 points. Let's see here. Hutcherson had 3. Nelson had 2. That's it. That's it. Those 2 scored 48 of their 53 points. All right, well, this has been a Monona Grove Creative Video Club production. I'm Steve Marnelli, and thank you so much for listening to us. We'll be back here, as I said. I've forgotten already now, too. Let me look here. On the 28th of January, when the girls take on the Stoughton Vikings right here at Monona Grove High School, I'll be up here. You can listen from home, or better yet, come on into the high school and watch the game in person. It's a cheap night out, and hot dogs are usually half price before the game is over. All right, thanks a lot for watching. Good night. Drive safe. Stay warm.